Ethan's journey. Ethan was just 8 years old when his world changed forever. He lived in a small, cozy house in Seattle with his mother, who was the light of his life. She had a warm smile and always knew how to make the darkest days seem bright. They would spend hours together, reading books, exploring the parks around the city, and sharing stories about all the adventures they'd one day embark on. But one cold winter evening, Ethan's mother became very ill. Despite the doctor's best efforts, she passed away. The loss of his mother left a deep, aching void in Ethan's heart. He couldn't understand why she had to leave, and he missed her every single day. The house felt empty without her laughter, and no one seemed to notice the sadness that clung to him like a shadow. Soon after his mother's passing, Ethan's father remarried. His new stepmother, Miranda, was nothing like his mother. She was strict, distant, and rarely showed any affection towards him. She expected Ethan to follow her rules without question, and any deviation was met with harsh punishment. Ethan's father, overwhelmed with his own grief, seemed to drift further away, leaving Ethan to navigate his new life alone. The days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but life never seemed to get easier for Ethan. His stepmother's temper was quick to flare, and her words were often cruel. She blamed him for things that weren't his fault and punished him severely for the smallest mistakes. His father, who once had been his protector, now seemed more like a stranger, caught in a web of his own sadness and anger. At school, Ethan tried to keep up a brave face, but the weight of his home life bore heavily on his young shoulders. He struggled with his studies and often found himself alone during recess, watching the other children play while he sat quietly by himself. The loneliness he felt was overwhelming, and he longed for the comfort and warmth of his mother's embrace. Ethan kept a small picture of his mother hidden under his pillow, the only reminder of the happiness he once knew. Every night before bed, he would pull out the picture and whisper to her, telling her about his day and how much he missed her. It was the only time he felt safe, as if she were still watching over him, protecting him from the darkness that seemed to surround his life. Despite the hardships he faced at home, Ethan never stopped hoping for a better future. He dreamed of a day when he could leave the pain behind, a day when he could finally be free to live the life his mother would have wanted for him. He promised himself that he would work hard, stay strong, and never give up, no matter how difficult things became. Ethan's story is one of quiet resilience in the face of unimaginable sorrow. Though he was just a boy, he carried a heavy burden, navigating a world that seemed to have forgotten him. Yet, in his heart, he held on to the love his mother had given him, using it as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times.